What's good, YouTube? We're here with Billy Break, Core TCG owns / House of Champs. And what do you just do?
I played in a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, the YCS Seattle.
And what place did you get?
I lost. I got 5th through 8th. I lost in top 8.
5th through 8th.
Still technically 5th because the guy beat me 1, so yeah, 5th place.
And what deck did you use?
I used CC card and Infernoid Zoodiac.
Anything you want to say before we get into it?
Well, when the format first started, I first thought I was going to play like Zoodiac Metalfoe because, last format I felt like I mastered Metalfoe for the most part, and that deck was super powerful. And it's hard when you build a deck and then to switch to a new deck in a new format. But then I started test playing with Jackie and then Robert McNett from Epic, and they were playing 60 card Infernoid, and they were crushing my soul, straight to death. So to the point where I was like, I'm going to try this deck out. The Infernoids are actually really good control deck. It's not just a grass deck. It's a lot of people just think it's some luck-based Lightsworn deck, but I would never play some luck-based Lightsworn deck. But it can get lucky, which is awesome. But it's still really skillful and really control-based. And the main, I'll talk about the card later. But yeah, I test played with mainly just Jackie and Robert, and the deck's really good.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, the first Infernoid of many. There's 36 monsters. First one's 3 Infernoid Degatron. It's the best monster in the deck. It's not even close. It's every monster in the deck. It's a tuner. It's literally everything. It's the best card by far. And if you don't know what Infernoids do, then I'm sorry. I don't know why you've been sleeping on them for so long. They don't all do the same thing. They're all not just DD Crows on the field. They're all unique and have their own purposes and stuff. But yeah, this is the best card of the deck. 3 Infernoid Degatron. 3 Infernoid Patra. Yeah, it's the one that pops back rows. But you can only summon the little ones from your hand. They can't be summoned from the graveyard. But yeah, if you use any of the little ones' effects, they can't attack the turn and use their effect. But this guy makes Omega. It's really good. 3 Infernoid Harmadic. Pops face up monster. Or it pops any monster. I don't think it has to be face up. These guys, the little ones are all just DD Crows on your opponent's turn, not during either player's turn. This guy's also level 3, so if you send him a Degatron, he becomes level 4, and then you can synchro for Omega with these two. You can overlay for a rank 4 for Broad Bull most of the time with these two. And then you can also send down Antra, the level 2 with this guy, and then special summon this guy and make a rank 3 for Invoker after you pop a face up monster. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, it's really good. The levels are really important, really matter. And then we got, I'm going to go to the middle ones. The mid guys, we have 2 Infernoid Stysmus. I think they say his name. This guy's really good. The middle ones cost 2. You can summon from hand or grave. They're really vital. They're the ones you summon more than any of them, pretty much, because they get the job done. This guy attacks. If he attacks a monster, he banishes his card at the end of the battle phase. And that's how you clear the way for summoning your big ones, or just make sure everything's safe. But they're really good. They're DD Crows during either player's turn. They're how you regulate the levels on your side of the field. Very important. And my favorite Infernoid Atondo. This guy attacks a monster. He can attack again. He's insane. He's 2800. He's how you kill a lot with the deck, and I summoned him probably more than any other Infernoid. And then we have Infernoid Jetty. He's really loyal. I would draw him a lot, but not always. He's you play him because when you activate Void Feast, you want to be able to summon 2 Degatrons, and he's the right level to do that. His effect is whack, but still kind of relevant. Also a DD Crow because he's the middle one during either player's turn. And then we got I skipped one of the small ones. I'll just put Infernoid Antra over here. But this guy is pretty good. You mainly have to use him for the level just so you can make the rank 3 if you need to. But he's bounces a face-up card, so you can summon a Kaiju to your opponent's side of the field, and then Antra it back to your hand, hit him with that Kaiju again, then summon that Harmadic, get rid of that Kaiju if you need to. It is really useful, but definitely not one of the better ones. But he's still solid for what he is. And then we got the 2 bigs, Infernoid Deviati. Sorry, Antra. And Infernoid Ononsu, or Onoku, however you say his name. I only have 1 ultimate, otherwise we'd be playing 2 ultimates because he looks super cool. These guys are amazing. You don't really want to draw them. You want to normally send them a Degatron, but yeah, this is the one that negates monster effects. This is the one that negates spell cards. They're not DD Crows. They don't destroy the cards, they banish them. This one is a heavy storm when it's summoned to the field except for void spell and trap cards, and this one it destroys all their monsters on the field when it's summoned to the field. So yeah, I would summon this guy and he would get striked and oh, summon him again and kill everything. He's just insane. They're all insane. Just it sucks. Yeah, I lost in top 8 in game 3 because I drew this guy and eventually this guy, and then I didn't draw anything else. But just drawing all monsters is the one downfall of Infernoids. But that's why you play more cards, because then odds of that aren't as likely of happening. And then that's all the Infernoid cards. And moving on, 3 Fairy Tale Snow. This card's insane. You mill it, you win the game pretty much. It's really hard to stop. Keeps coming back. If you just have any one of the Infernoids besides the big one, even the big ones if they trigger their effects, but any one of these guys, you can summon it during your opponent's turn. Then you DD Crow a card by tributing the Fairy Tale Snow. Then you can bring it back. So you have multiple snows with just 1 snow during your opponent's turn. A lot of people don't realize that. And it's actually just insane. Huh? Oh yeah, and you can, as Jackie pointed out, you can like book your own Infernoids. Like say this guy's been up for a turn. Or, it happens a lot with like Decatron. You summon off Void Feast. If you send down one of these big guys, he's level 11, so you can like summon this guy, put him face down if you need to, or one of the bigs, and then free flip summon it and stuff. But yeah, it's really good for like many. It also handles like everything, like Fossil Dyna, Vanity's Fiend, crap like that. Just drawing, it's pretty good too. And then we got 4 Kaijus. These are all like the less than level 8 ones. So like when you have them on the field, you can still special summon your Infernoids because we play in the Kaiju engine. I wanted to side these originally, and just side them in when I was going second, but Jackie talked me out of it. She was like, "Nah, we got to main deck these guys," and I'm really happy that she talked me out of it because I only won 1 dice roll, and that was round 10. I lost every single other dice roll the entire tournament. I know a lot of people usually exaggerate it, but no, I'm telling you the absolute truth. It was kind of disgusting, but it worked out for me. And then we played, this guy, probably the most played card in the tournament, Speedroid Terratop. A lot of people summon this on me. It does everything. It's insane. If you draw the Zoodiac combo, it's Totem Bird. If you don't draw the Zoodiac combo, it's Zoodiac combo. It's just like actually just crazy. It does there's so much damage in this one card. And the most loyal attack in Tomborgs. I drew him a bunch, but I don't really care. You just discard with Void Vanishment. Jackie's favorite combo is if you have Armor Dick and Tack and Tomborg, that's Invoker. It's just basically like drawing Terratop and Tack and Tomborg. Am I right?
Not even.
Nah, but obviously Speedroid Engine's insane. And then I'm not sure what's this guy's. Oh, a Zoodiac Rat Pierre. That's his name. I always forget. I'm just kidding. I know his name. This card's insane. The Zoodiacs are nuts. Yeah, everyone can see that from the results of the YCS. It's not a bad thing for the game. It's kind of cool. It does make one card very powerful and able to do with a lot. That means you just got to be able to like build your deck to kind of fight that and hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, Interrupted Kaiju Slumber and then like the Zoodiac combo is actually just insane. I played 2 Zoodiac Whiptail because I want to be able to do like a little bit more damage. Like you can just be able to like summon this guy and send one of the Whiptails and be able to search the one later and then be able to Tiger Mortar this one back under it and then summon it. Gives you a 2400 Trident which can attack over stuff and banish it. And just having like the second one, like when you do a Zoodiac combo, you end with like Whiptail in your hand and like you goes to Emerald back these 2 and the other one goes to the graveyard because it was under the Emerald when the Emerald dies. And then you can summon the Whiptail, Tiger Mortar the guy back under it. And then you can still Bullhorn for this and just have it just gives you another searching target kind of. And it just even just starting with just a Whiptail, like summon Whiptail, guy, Bullhorn for Rat Pierre and a Drancia is not bad either. And I just liked it. Let's see, then we got 2 Maxis to finish it off. I draw them sometimes. Oh, those were the other 2 cards in my opening hand in Game 3 top 8. Just Maxis that drew into more monsters that didn't really get me anywhere. But it happens. But that's the Infernoid monster lineup. And they're going away now. Alright, on to the spell cards. That grass looks greener. When I drew it, it was broken. Didn't always draw it, but when I did, I was milling 21, 22, 23. And then, I only resolved it twice in one match, and I was against Jeff, and I rolled it for like 23 and then like 7 the next turn. This card's insane if you draw it, but it's okay if you don't. Your deck's still really good. 3 Zoodiac Barrage. This card, yeah, it was insane. Just, Zoodiac combo. Just basically want to draw spell cards in this deck because all the spells are absolutely insane. Then we got 3 Void Vanishment. This card's insane. Searches for Void Feast, searches for Void Imagination if you need it. Yeah, I would start like leaving this thing face up. Like I would discard, get a Void Feast, make my opponent try and force me for it. But if they didn't, then the next turn I could start with the Vanishment and like try and do stuff. Like you'd start the Vanishment and they'd have to Drancia Pop it or something, and then I get to get the value from that and bait out a Drancia Pop. That's not something I like figured out to start doing until like towards the end of the tournament, or I didn't start trying it at least until like top cut. And then play 2 Interrupted Kaiju Slumbers. I was originally going to play 2 Slumbers, 3 Kaiju, or 3 Slumbers, 3 Kaiju, but Jackie taught me to playing 2 Slumbers, 4 Kaijus because it makes sense, because if you slumber for 2, then you can still banish and get another one, and even if you draw 1 Kaiju, that whole thing still works. And I still might want to play 3, but I was trying to slim down the Kaiju engine just a little bit. But 2 Twin Twister, this card is pretty good all weekend. You just have to be able to like deal with like back rows and stuff. Sometimes Solemn Strike really hurts his deck. Dimensional Barrier, not so much, but Strike is actually just really annoying. And Vanity's Emptiness can like devastate you if you don't have Decatron. 1 Tinky, 1 Left Arm Offering. Just wanted to have like a 4th Barrage, kind of just more Zoodiac stuff because I want to see it more since I'm playing 60 cards. Left Arm Offering, I didn't draw it all weekend. I sided it out every game. Probably going to cut this card. It can be really powerful, but it's also just puts you on doing like one sort of strategy for the deck, which in certain hands can be really good. Like if you draw a bunch of spells in this, it's actually just insane. But I don't like it like conflicting with Void Feast and stuff like that because I like Void Feast the most part about this deck. 2 Void Imaginations. We thought about playing 1, but like going second, this card's really good. And you need to have Void cards to be able to discard with Void Feast, so it's still solid. And yeah, this card's really good. Win 1 for 1. Card's insane. More Decatrons for free guys you get to summon back anyway. And we go on to the traps. 3 Void Feast. This card's absolutely crazy. You know, it's a painful choice that actually gives you a board presence. It's like just unbelievable. You can use it to summon monsters to kill them. Use it to summon Deckatrons to control them. It's just you decide what you do with it at the time. It's so broken. And then we have 1 Zoodiac combo. I never have to really resolve this card. I drew it a few times, which kind of sucks. But just being able to normal summon Rapier, even though you kind of have to like put them on, better not have a Ghost Ogre, because if they Ghost Ogre, it can devastate you. It just gives you a free draw. And then with Cypher and Lord Omega, Jackie showed me a lot about this deck. She was pretty good at this deck, and I learned a lot from her. And Robert McNett, both of them. But with Omega, you can keep putting this back and drawing a card every turn. I actually haven't got to do that yet, but it's something that sounds really cool. And the biggest shout-outs to Robert McNett. I keep talking about this guy, but he was playing this card in his deck. Spiritual Swords of Revealing Light. This card, every time I drew it, was actually just insane. 1 week every game. If you have Void Feast in this card, they can't attack your Deckatrons to negate everything. But normally that's the only way you get over these guys. And if they do happen to get rid of this, they somehow happen to clear your board of all your Deckatrons. Your thing is full of Infernoids. They can't kill you because you banish from this graveyard. They can't attack you directly, and then they die. This card is absolutely crazy. It's insane. I'm so glad it was in my deck. Thanks, Robert, for everything. You're a great god. Sorry you couldn't be there. Do it yourself. But I did it for you. I wish I could have won. Sorry, guy. All right, moving on. All right, well, that's it for the main deck. Do you want to do the extra deck or side deck?
Extra deck's fine.
Extra deck. All right, it's going to be really quick because 2 Zoodiac Dryden. This card's insane. 2 Zoodiac Bullhorn. I'm not explaining it. 2 Zoodiac Tiger Mortar. Still not explaining it. And 1 Zoodiac Broadbill because this guy can attack directly. And he's not quite as good as the other. I'm just kidding. I'm not explaining it. No, I was kidding. Zoodiac Engine's really good. You got to use it all. It's insane because, like, obviously if you do the Emerald play, you just want to have more guys. I've run out of these guys before. Like, it's even with 2 sets and shuffling back with combo, you still run out sometimes because some of the games can go kind of long. 1 Digestor Emerald. Yep. 1 Bujinte Kagasuchi, another benefit playing the Zoodiac combo in this deck. You can mill 5 to get more Infernos to your grave, get Fairy Tale Snow in your grave. There was I think it was against Faisal. I think it was against Faisal on top 32. It was against somebody, but I lawn with him for a bunch, and it was against Faisal. And I was like, wow, it was in time, and I was like, I can't lose this game if I mill a Snow. So even though I didn't get one, I was like, whatever, Kagasuchi, hit a Snow, sealed the game. It just gives you that extra mill to get closer to Snow. It's actually just crazy. And he's like, if you have this guy and Dryden up, boom, like this, and they slumber you. It happens a lot. You can just Dryden effect, pop itself. The Kagasuchi protects itself. Nothing comes out. And then it's just like they -1 themselves. It happened to me actually once in the tournament. 1 M-Saber Invoker because he summons Zoodiac stuff. 1 Gargoyle Samurai because he attacks for game. 1 Totem Bird because he negates a spell or a trap. And 1 Infernoid Tiara because we got to summon this guy off our Void Imagination. And 2 Cypher Lord Omegas. The cool thing about... I was thinking of playing 1 Vermilion instead of one of these, but it's really good because this guy's a freaking DD Crow 2. Or... more commonly used, I know you use this the same way, you just put your opponent's bad cards from their graveyard back into their deck. You're like, it would be a shame if you drew that Takum Tom board next turn, or it would be a shame if you drew that Solemn Strike next turn. We need to draw a monster to get this out of this. Let's put them back in your deck. But also you can get rid of threats and stuff. You can also put back your own cards. Like, it would be a shame if these 2 Rapiers there in my graveyard went back in my deck and I left this 3rd one in here to bring back with my Tiger Mortar, and then Zoodiac combo you. Oh, great things that happened because of this man. I kind of underrated him, but I still played him. Listened to Jackie. Moving on to my side deck. This is where it was fire. Jackie worked on the side deck with me, and we built it, and it's actually just insane.
That seems to be a theme here.
She worked on the Infernoid deck a lot with me. She's broken. All right, well, here we go. 3-dimensional barrier. Weird. It's for going first. I side in all these trap cards because they're insane. Trap cards are insane against the freaking pure. So 3 Colic Season Monsters, 3 Solemn Strikes, and 1 Solemn Warning. This is for Infernoids. And Zoodiacs, because these are the cards that actually can only hurt every engine in the deck. 2 Breakthrough Skill, because you can mill it and it stops Dryden. You can use it against Zoo to stop them on their turn to special summon Rapier, and then if they put into Dryden, whatever. I don't know, it's not that good against that, but it's still just solid to have against Dryden to start your turn. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. And also you can sign against Fiends, and just a versatile card in the deck. 1 Book of the Moon, put things face down. Don't know what else you want me to tell you about that. 1 Twin Twister, because, it destroys up to 2 spell or traps by discarding 1 card from my hand, and Infernoid cards that like to be in the graveyard or the hand. It doesn't really matter. They're like dragon rulers, kind of, who are these big dragons once upon a time that ruled the land.
Oh my god.
There was this man named Reactin. He was a bunch of pebbles, and then one day all the pebbles got together and became a boulder, and they called him Redox.
Jesus Christ.
Let's see. 1 Barrel from the Different Dimension. This card is good from the mirror. I never drew it. Did you draw it at all? Yeah. Was it broken when you drew it?
Yeah, because the guy spent all day DD crowing my stuff.
Yeah, he DD crowed all your crap, and then you're like, haha.
Because he opened Feast, I didn't, and then I was just behind, and I had it in my
You were able to out-resource him with this? Yeah, it's super broken. I never got to actually use it. 1 Raigeki. And then 2 Ghost Ogres are going second. Sometimes I put them in going first. It's okay against Infernoids. It's really good against you sometimes, but it's pretty solid. But that's the 60 cards, 75 cards, 80, how many cards are in this deck? It was fun. I'm glad I got another top 8. Trying to get a 5th win. Thanks for everybody for supporting me. I'm doing it for you guys and myself and House of Champions and Core TCG and everybody else out there. Shout outs.
Any specific shout outs?
Furman. Yeah, always shouting out Furman in the village.
Oh, Chris LeBlanc asked for this deck list specifically, by the way.
Oh, well, here you go, LeBlanc. Yeah, I know he messaged me on Facebook. I haven't messaged him back because I knew I was going to do this video. But shout outs to everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope I can win another YCS this year. I'm going to continue to work hard and do my best.